Here's the intro riff to Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe. All right, so that intro riff, that part, is one of the most recognizable in all rock music, so let's check it out. First let's do this in two parts. Here's the first part that we'll do. Okay, so that first part is you're playing, let's do that first. So on that one, you're playing the second and first strings, and you're playing an open E. And on the second string, you're playing the 3, and you're sliding up the 5, and then you're sliding it back. And you got to do it fast, like so. Okay? That's what that is. Now here's the third note, and keep in mind, he struck really hard on this, and so it sounds a little herky-jerky, but the reality was he was very loose doing it and very confident. That's important throughout this. All right, here's the third line. And that one, you're hitting the second and third. You're hitting the third and second strings, I should say, but you're deadening with your left hand the second string. So it sounds like this. Again, you're sliding very fast. I exaggerated how slowly that was, just so you could hear it. And you slide down to the second, and then pull off to open, and then hit the second on the fourth. So it sounds like this, all on the third, and then you end up on the fourth. Then give a little knock on the sixth, and upper 3 strings on an open E chord, which is, on the third string, it's 1, and then open, open on the 2 and 1 strings. Again, here's the whole thing. Okay, here's the second part. Okay, so let's do the first part of the second part. That uses something called octaves. Hendrix was very fond of these. He used them a lot, like in Third Stone from the Sun. And an octave is simply playing 2 of the same note, but separated by the same tone, but separated by an entire octave. So the way it works on the guitar is you separate by an entire string. So in this case, we're going to play a D flat and slide up to a D, and we're going to play it both on the 5th and the 3rd strings. So, but we're not going to play on the 4th string, so we'll have to deaden that with our first finger. So it looks like this. Yeah, it looks like this. Now that takes some practice, and it's helpful. It's better to do that and hit with a stroke than it is to pluck it. A lot of jazz players will play by plucking it, but Hendrix almost exclusively played by stroking it. And it gives you a little bit of a tougher and harder sound. So, okay. So he slides up to the 5th and 7th twice, to that D twice, and then he comes down. So the first 2 are like this, and he's hitting the open E in between. Okay, so it's like this. Then he comes down to the 4 and the 6th. Walks down to this one. Now, I don't know if he did this by accident or on purpose, but he actually hits the middle one this time. So he's not deadening that middle string. So he plays 2, 2, 4 on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string, respectively. And again, hit that open E. So again, it sounds like this. Okay? The last part is all on the 4, 3, and 2 strings, and all on the 7th fret. So we're going to play, and we're going to hammer on onto the 9th. So first we'll play the 4 and 3, hammer on onto the 9th on the 4th string, and then play the 3 and 2 strings. Again, we're going to bar on the 7th. You do that twice, and end up on that 9th. And kind of give it a little... And again, it's got to swing just a little bit. Can't play it quite too straight. All right, so here's the whole thing again in its entirety. All right, and then you're ready for the rest of the song. And that's not in this lesson. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you liked it. Give me your comments and give me all your suggestions for what you want to hear next. All right. See you on down the road.